Ladies and gentlemen, this is Pillar to Post. I am your host, Pete Wall. And as you can see, things have changed a little bit around here. I'm still in the laundry room, of course, but we've got a little bit of different graphics. I've got an intro to add to this video, and we are on Patreon now. So, if you want to become a patron, all you have to do is go to the description in this video, and you will find the link to get you to my Patreon page. Now, today I'm going to load this video up for everyone at the same time, but starting tomorrow, it will be 12 hours Patreon or patrons get these videos before they go live on YouTube. Not just that has changed. I'm going to try and change. I'm going to try and be a little bit more vocal. I'm trying to use as many media sources as possible to get my shit out there. So, what I want you to do, as you can see right here, there, and there. You see those two? That is an indication I need you to click both of those buttons, plus the little bell that gives you notifications whenever I upload a new video. We've got a lot to talk about today. Some stuff that has been discussed already on other shows. A lot of stuff that is mainstream right now and is viral on Twitter as well as YouTube, Facebook. A lot of shit going down about WWE and certain superstars. We're going to discuss Moron. I know it's been talked about to death, but it is viral right now. So everybody's talking about it because it is the #1 thing being talked about. So I do apologize. You can find me on VidMe as well. I'm going to be doing daily logs there about me, things I'm doing to get healthier, things that I'm doing aside from Pillar to Post. So, check out the new intro I'm going to add to the video, and I will see you very shortly.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
This is Pillar to Post. And we are back. That is video I know it's a little bit long. I am working on it. It's going to be cut down a little bit, but it is what it is for now. So, today, if you've watched my show, you know I'm from Ontario, Canada. It is a beautiful day today. For once, I'm having a good day. I woke up early. I had a little bit of trouble staying awake, but I've already made a long trip, and I plan on going for a long walk today. Part of my plan on bettering my health. Trying to lose weight, trying to quit smoking, trying to do a lot of things with my life. I'm branching out in social media because, one, I love doing the podcast. Two, I am always promoting my book as well as my merchandise line. That is Circle of Steel, as well as the Pillar to Post brand, and constantly just trying to be out there, get people informed about my book, the podcast, and everything I'm doing in social media. So, please do me a favor, subscribe, smash that like button, leave a comment, and if you've got a question, I am very happy to answer it. But we're going to go into the news now, and we're going to start off with the bullying controversy that continues to garner attention between Moron and JBL. I have my own thoughts on this, and I will talk about that after I'm done reading. And there are a few things pertaining to this article and the situation that I'm going to be covering throughout the show. And I'm hoping today is the last time I have to actually talk about it. But as long as it's staying in the media and on social media as well as everywhere else is being talked about, it's going to be prevalent in anyone's podcast that is covering WWE. So, fan excitement for WWE's Superstar Shakeup distracted a bit from the ongoing controversy surrounding SmackDown and 205 Live announcer Mauro Ranallo's apparent exit from the company, and the role a history of bullying and hazing allegations about his broadcast partner, John Bradshaw Layfield, may have played in his departure. But the issue is raging on Twitter with the hashtag FireJBL. I had partook in this. I believe the bastard should be fired. Mauro Ranallo was today's best commentator, and now he's gone. And new media outlets such as Sports Illustrated are still picking up the story. If we hoped it would dissipate completely in the excitement of Miz and Alexa Bliss moving to Raw, those hopes were officially dashed last night on April 11th, SmackDown in Boston. This is the article, so it is a little bit late. While it wasn't as evident on television, because they make sure it is not, they mute those, they try and downplay and tone down the crowd when they're playing with the audio. Several videos like the one in this article found their way online, revealing Fire Bradshaw chants broke out on multiple occasions throughout the show. And one fan was asked to leave for his JBL bullied me sign. If you haven't seen the pictures, if you haven't seen the videos, this guy was actually removed with security from the arena. He was asked to hand over his identification. He refused. They let him have his sign back, but was asked to leave. I thought it was a little bit overboard. I don't see why a sign such as that would have garnered the removal of this fan. I think they could have just simply asked for the sign and left it at that. But no, they wanted to make an example. Now, the article goes on to say it's unusual for a fan to be escorted out rather than that just having a sign WWE deems offensive confiscated. So there may be more to the story behind that video. The guy certainly seems to have the support of several fellow audience members. However, for his part, Ronaldo tweeted a response to someone at the start of the broadcast, asking fans to support the wrestlers. He didn't directly or indirectly comment on JBL, but Layfield wasn't mentioned in the tweet he was answering either. And Morrow posted this on his Twitter. Please support the men and women who put their bodies on the line. I am gonna be fine. No one buys a ticket for an announcer. Well, there's some of us that like the way a certain announcer sounds. That is what I'm gonna say about that. Mauro Ranallo, no one's gonna be able to ever do what JR did. What Jim Ross did for the Attitude Era, and even after and before, no one can compare to Jim Ross. But Mauro Ranallo was given us something different. He wasn't everyone's cup of tea, but he was the best commentator we had in WWE. Now I watched Out of Nowhere, featuring Joe Cronin and JD from New York 206 last night, and they actually had the fan that was escorted and removed from the arena on their show last night, and he stated that he didn't do anything besides display the sign. He did make sure that he wandered around with it to make sure he got noticed. He did try to get JBL's attention, and it turned out that this man is in the military, the U.S. military. So I wondered, would WWE have escorted this fan from the arena if they would have known he was in the U.S. military? We all know that the military, all parts of the U.S. military, usually get free admittance into this arena. But this guy was let out. I wonder if they're going to be kicking themselves in the ass now. Continuing, reports from Dave Meltzer and others point to JBL being a Vince McMahon guy who's fairly entrenched, so most observers are not expecting this fan movement to attain its goal. But you never know. Most people didn't expect Bill DeMott to lose his job at the Performance Center either, and he was forced to step down amidst hazing allegations in 2015. One tangible benefit of the uproar was that it seemed to be a more subdued performance on commentary from Layfield Tuesday night, even when speaking to or about past targets like Byron Saxton and James Ellsworth. And yes, I did notice that. He was a lot tamer. He did not really want to look at the camera either. He had his head down quite a bit during SmackDown Live. So it looked good on him. He knows he did wrong. He knows he's an asshole, and he's getting called out on it. The hashtag FireJBL, I see that going for a little while still. People are going to stick up for the commentator they enjoyed seeing. They weren't tuning in to SmackDown to hear JBL run his mouth and comment on stupid shit like he usually does. And we're not tuning in to see Byron Saxton. So you go and take away the one guy we do listen to, and we're left with a blander show. So I'm hoping that either Morrow returns, which is very doubtful. He's going to sit out the rest of his contract, and he's going to return to doing and commentating on the things he likes doing, like UFC, as well as others. It's sad. It is. It is really sad that this had to go down. Everyone knows of Mauro Ranallo's bipolar and depression. So JBL, even if it was indirectly causing him to step down, it's all on his back now. It's all on his shoulders. He's going to have to eat the shit that's coming his way. He shit the bed. He's going to lay in it. And he's got no choice in the matter. So, moving on. Finn Balor reportedly injured at WWE Raw. Now, I thought it was when he got kicked in the face by not Muhammad Hassan, what the fuck? Juicer Mahal. Jinder Mahal. I thought it was when he got kicked in the face when he was in the ropes. However, that was not the case. Finn Balor suffered a concussion on this week's Raw Superstar Shakeup Edition from Long Island, according to PW Insider. The injury came when he took the stiff forearm shot from Jinder Mahal during their match. Fans have been tweeting negative comments to Mahal since the match happened this past Monday. It was Balor's first singles match on WWE television. Although he worked singles matches against Mahal at live events last month, no word yet on how long Balor might be out, but we will keep you updated. I will as well. Now, I am going to note that he was, in fact, on NXT last night. He looked good, so maybe this will be just like a week or two thing. Maybe it wasn't a serious concussion. We'll find out soon. It's sad because he just returned from injury. He just got cleared by the doctors. We started seeing him in dark matches. We started seeing him, on live Raw. So it was good to see him back. If he were to have to take another step down because of this concussion, he would lose serious momentum due to this concussion. Serious momentum. He needs to get back in that spotlight. He is still the undefeated Universal Champion. Everyone knows this. Brock might hold the title right now, but Finn Balor is your undefeated Universal Champion. So, like I said, I'm hoping this isn't going to be a serious issue. He was on NXT last night. He looked good. So, I'm hoping this was just maybe a rumor or a very minor injury. Back to Mauro Ranallo. Mauro Ranallo on Roman Reigns. WWE talent that treated him well. Fans wanting to cancel WWE Network. So, Mauro Ranallo was active on Twitter during this week's SmackDown Live. Ranallo answered several wrestling-related tweets, including one to a user who said they were going to cancel their WWE Network subscription if the company didn't make things right with Ranallo. Ranallo replied, "Please don't. The men and women who entertain you deserve your support. I am going to be just fine." As noted, Mauro Ranallo is not expected to return to WWE television. Ranallo had some backstage tension with JBL after Ranallo tweeted out results of him winning the Wrestling Observer Announcer of the Year award for 2016. JBL, who didn't place in the top 10 in the category and was actually voted Worst Television Announcer in 2015, was upset over the tweet and went on a public rant about Ranallo on Bring It to the Table in March. The Wrestling Observer had reported that tension had been building between both men up until that point. Ranallo missed the following SmackDown tapings on March 14th and hasn't appeared on WWE television since, which is a fucking crime. A fucking crime. And it's not a crime that affects JBL in the least, because he's going to do with the shit he does. He sounds like shit. No, it's a crime towards the fans and WWE product. Mauro Ranallo made shit sound good. He made sure he knew the history of wrestlers. He made sure we knew who these wrestlers were. If you go back to the Cruiserweight tournament, which I did end up watching, the guy is brilliant. He knew what to do. He sold these guys. He made sure he sold them to the fans. He made sure we understood who these guys were. And we lost that. So, fuck you, JBL. Hashtag fire your fucking ass. Now, moving on, I thought this article was a little bit funny, so I had to cover it. Now, everyone knows Vince McMahon has a very odd sense of humor. And reportedly, he enjoys a certain Raw star getting ragdolled on Monday Night Raw. He also made an odd WrestleMania phrase banned from this year's WrestleMania 33. So I thought it was odd. I'll get into it right now. You may have noticed that WWE continually referred to Camping World Stadium, the site of WrestleMania 33, as the Citrus Bowl, its former name. That was not an error, as Dave Meltzer reported in the latest edition of the Wrestling Observer newsletter that Vince McMahon banned the term Camping World Stadium from being used for whatever reason. The Citrus Bowl was renamed Camping World Stadium in 2016 after Camping World purchased the naming rights for 8 years. My thoughts on this part: McMahon is a vain man. McMahon, if he supported the prior owner to the rights of the Camping World Stadium name, he's not going to let it faze him. He's going to do what he wants. He's going to call it what he wants, and he's going to make sure every employee does the same. McMahon is old. He likes things a certain way. He's not going to change easy. You can't teach new dogs or old dogs new tricks. He liked the Citrus Bowl name better, I guess, and he's not going to change that for anybody. So this was basically his way to say, fuck you, I'm not going to call it Camping World Stadium. I guess he likes citrus, possibly. Maybe, the name, the Citrus Bowl, was like a good Saturday morning fruit breakfast. A little fruit cocktail. You got your tangerines, your clementines, your navel oranges. Maybe he likes some lemons and lime in there. He likes his citrus, so he said, fuck you, it's a Citrus Bowl. It reminds me of Saturday morning breakfast. Fuck you all. So, Meltzer also noted on Wrestler Observer Radio recently that many WWE executives, including Vince, enjoy watching Enzo Amore getting ragdolled. Enzo has taken some crazy bumps during his stint on the main roster, including the bump on Raw a couple of weeks ago where he was nailed in the face with a ladder while he was on the top rope, which caused him to fall onto the floor to the outside. There's people backstage that, I guess Vince McMahon, that love to watch Enzo just get ragdolled, Meltzer said. That's why his character is this character, because Vince thinks that's his character. I never knew ragdolled was a person's character. To be thrown about and suffer injury after injury. Look, this guy has suffered major concussions already. He's probably had broken bones already. He's not that good of a wrestler to begin with. And then your boss enjoying the fact that you look good. Well, you look good being ragdolled. I better take a drink while my mouth is getting really fucking dry. Now, what a thing to make money off of. Yes, we had guys like Mick Foley make money off of getting ragdolled, getting beat up, but they gave just as much as they took. This guy gets ragdolled, he gets fucking bludgeoned with ladders, he gets nailed with any kind of object, he gets thrown against the barricade. And because the boss enjoys watching this, that is going to be the character that we see. That's not a good sign. This guy is going to get seriously injured one of these days. Now, I can't really preach because I do laugh when I see Sheamus kick him in the face. I laugh when I see the club kick him in the face. I laugh when he takes a good bump. But I also want to see Enzo Amore and Cass succeed. And that can't happen if they are played as jokes. Oh, this guy looks good when he's tossed around. He looks good when his face gets fucked up with a ladder. This is what they're going to be. They're going to be the guys that take the beating. It's not good. These guys should have worn gold by now. They are interesting. They have the fan support. Yet, Vince McMahon likes to see Enzo get ragdolled. So this is going to be their role. Another fuck you to Vince. Because clearly he doesn't give a shit what the fans have to say. or else these guys would be in the upper echelon of the tag team division. Now they've been relegated to jokes, and I hope they get good hazard pay, because Enzo takes a beating all the time. The shit that happens to this guy, he should get hazard pay, for fuck's sakes. Like, give me a break. Vince needs to get his head out of his ass. He needs to start taking cues from Triple H the way Triple H is running NXT. And start bringing that kind of quality over to his 3-hour show. And make us feel like it's wrestling again. Because right now, it's one big fucking joke. Hey, so more on the JBL bullshit. I'm sorry, people. It is just there. It might cover some of what I've already discussed, but it was there, so I'm going to talk about it. And this is more about the fan who was escorted from the arena on SmackDown, who carried the JBL Bullied Me sign. A fan with a JBL Bullied Me sign at SmackDown in Boston was escorted out of the arena by security. The sign did make it to TV. Now, JBL has received a ton of heat on social media since it was revealed that issues between he and Moron may have led to Morrow's recent absence from WWE TV, which was related to his battle with depression and bipolar disorder. As noted, Morrow removed all WWE references from his social profiles this weekend and returned to posting on Twitter. CBS Sports reported that he is not expected to return to WWE TV for the remainder of his contract. WWE responded to that report and said Morrow remains under contract until August of this year. Moving on, because I'm tired of this. I could not believe this when I read it, because clearly we have some delusional fucking fans in the WWE universe. A fan went out of their way to create a petition to have Braun Strowman fired from WWE. The reason? Because poor old Roman Reigns might have gotten hurt. He might have suffered an injury when he forgot his fucking cape on Monday Night Raw. Fuckers. So, a number of WWE fans were not pleased with Braun Strowman's destruction of Roman Reigns this past Monday Night Raw. Fans made a petition named the Fire Braun Petition, and the creator of it, Wendy Engelmeyer, released a statement on change.org. Now, you know this bitch is a deadhead. You know she's a deadhead for two reasons. She made a petition, and then she decided to discuss it. Third, she made it public. But she's not the only deadhead. And when I say deadhead, I mean complete fucking retarded fucking bitch. She got 400 other retards to sign this fucking petition. What does that say about people? You need to learn your facts about WWE and their stunts before you fucking run a goddamn petition to have a wrestler fired. This is WWE. It is sports entertainment, fuckers. Live it, learn it, and fucking respect it. Don't be a fucking asshat and do shit like this, because it makes you look stupid. Moving on, this is her statement, the little fucking twit. To the WWE. Should I do this in a whiny voice? I really should. We, the WWE Universe, I'm wondering when she's writing this, does she have her hand to her chest? Are not pleased with Strowman's actions tonight on Raw following his brutal attack on Roman Reigns. Me and a lot of the WWE Universe want Strowman fired effective immediately. He crossed the line tonight following the attack on Roman Reigns, and now Roman is in the hospital with injuries. If this is what you call entertainment, you failed miserably. And this was written in caps. I don't care if he goes to SD Live. We want him off of Raw or fired from the WWE. I have been a fan of Raw for years, and out of everything that I have seen happen, this was by far the absolute worst. My God, did she ever see the clips of Mankind being thrown off the Hell in a Cell? Did she see how many times Ric Flair has bled for the wrestling business? Hell, for that matter, did she see how many times Stone Cold Steve Austin bled? How many chair shots these guys used to take? Give me a fucking break. You're a retard. Wendy Engelmeyer, who is the creator of the petition, had over 400 supporters. The cause is honorable, like fucking hell it is, for caring if Roman Reigns was legitimately hurt or not. But a large portion of the WWE universe knows that Reigns was not hurt at all last night, or on Raw, I should say, during that segment. Of course he wasn't. Anyone that believed he was actually injured is fucking stupid. My fucking God. Now, I am going to discuss how they did the stunt in the first place. But, this woman's a fucking character. You know, when I'm listening to this, I kind of hear my own mother. Because when she's discussing wrestling, it kind of sounds like she believes what happens is true. That the person actually got hurt. I'm not that stupid. I'm not saying my mom's stupid. She might watch this episode. You never fucking know. But I'm not saying my mother's stupid. This fucking bitch is stupid because she went out of her way to make a goddamn petition to have this motherfucker fired for a planned stunt. Is she fucking out there or what? Give me a goddamn break. I'm gonna move on because I could just keep going on this bitch. You gotta seriously have trouble with your mind if you believe all this, you delusional fucking halfwit. God damn. Let's see. You know what? I am going to cover the how Braun Strowman and Reigns segment was shot. And that is going to be the end of this episode for Pillar to Post, episode 1. So, how did Braun Strowman and the Reigns segment actually go down? So here it is. This week on Monday Night Raw, Braun Strowman shocked WWE viewers by appearing to lift up a 10 to 14,000 pound ambulance with his bare hands and throw Roman Reigns off a ledge. WWE managed to make this appear as if this was all real and not kayfabe. Fuck you, they managed to do that. If you watch Braun Strowman lifting that goddamn fucking ambulance, you can see he took both hands off to go and switch positions. If that would have happened for real, that fucking ambulance would have crushed the motherfucker. So, moving on. It has been reported by Heavy.com that the ambulance was hooked up to a hydraulic system, and the WWE cameraman never showed anything to the left of the screen where the hydraulics presumably were. WWE kept all of the Strowman's activities to the right side, which kept the viewer's attention focused on that particular side. The ambulance door was also open so that the left side is blocked from view. Now, as Strowman is getting ready to topple the vehicle, you can see a shadow pass by on the bottom left of the screen. This seems to be Roman Reigns exiting the vehicle. There's even a bit of a continuity error here as a result. When Strowman leaves the back of the ambulance, the doors remain open. But when we cut to a shot of the back of the vehicle, moments later, the doors are closed. Strowman begins to lift, but the ambulance is clearly not moving due to any effort on his part. In fact, there's a moment when Strowman shifts his weight, but the ambulance doesn't even slightly begin to fall back towards that ground. The sound in the scene is also an indicator of what's happening. we're meant to think that the loud noise is just the vehicle running, but it's likely that this sound was actually the hydraulics working to lift the ambulance. That was reported by Heavy.com. Now, they didn't point out another thing. Once the ambulance was completely toppled over, if you look right by the wheels, there are steel bars right there bolted down to the parking lot cement floor that held the tires in place, so the bus, once the hydraulics started pulling, did not cause the ambulance to slide or skip towards the hydraulics. This enabled the hydraulics to actually tip the ambulance. So this goes out to the retard that posted that petition. Do you understand now? It was a work. And if you don't know what a work is, fucking look it up in a dictionary. You fucking moron. Now, the Roman Reigns stretcher segment. And if I am ruining it for the people that believe wrestling is real, I don't fucking apologize, you goddamn morons. In the scene, the camera cuts from a shot of Roman Reigns being strapped to the stretcher to a shot of Braun Strowman running in and pushing the stretcher. There is no point after the cut that we can make out Roman Reigns clearly. He's always being blocked by the back of Braun Strowman. It appears then that Roman Reigns was swapped out with a dummy for this one shot in which Strowman pushes the stretcher off of the ramp. The shot with the fake Roman was then spliced into the scene with the real Roman. As evidence of this, take a look at the position of the stretcher if you review the video, where the stretcher falls in. When Strowman launches the stretcher, it lands with the wheels on the left side. When they cut to Roman lying on the stretcher, the wheels are pointing to the right. Now, that is just some things I noticed, so I had to write it down. This is also what other WWE news followers also noticed. So, if you think because we do podcasts on wrestling that we believe it's real, go fuck yourself. It is entertainment and we realize this. We just like to give you news, results, and reviews because we enjoy wrestling. We would like to aspire to be more in the wrestling community. So we bring you this news. But then you got retards that obviously their brains stop functioning at some point in their life that believe wrestling is real. And then they turn around and go and create a petition to have a man like Braun Strowman fired because, oh my God, he hurt Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns might have suffered an injury. No, you fucking moron. Now, that is the final story for today. I have to say I enjoyed myself. I hope you enjoyed watching as well. And like I said, I'm trying to get more out of my shell. I hope I am doing that. I'm hoping I'm doing justice by you by reporting all the news, rumors, and whatever else comes in the WWE universe. So, like I said at the top of the show, if you stuck it out today, subscribe, hit that like button, hit the little bell to make sure you get more notifications. Look down in the description box to find all the social media sources I use, and you can continue to follow me everywhere I go. You guys have a good day, and like I said, I enjoyed myself. I hope you did too. And we will see you tomorrow for episode 2 of Pillar to Post. Have a good one.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
This is Pillar 2.